You know, we use thousands of words every single day without even thinking about it. But what if I told you that one of the simplest words you know is actually hiding a secret identity? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the word number.
Seriously, think about it for a second. When you hear the word number, what's the first thing that pops into your head? A digit? A quantity? I mean, how many different jobs can one little word actually do in a sentence? You're probably going to be surprised. So, we're going to peel back the layers on this word, and I promise you we're heading for a reveal that is so unexpected it might just change the way you think about language itself.
Okay, so where do we start our little investigation? Well, we need a clue. And the first big clue about just how special the word number is comes from a very, very exclusive club that it belongs to. This comes from something called Basic English. It was a project created way back in the 1930s by a linguist. And the whole idea was to create a simplified version of English for everyone around the world. To get on this list, a word had to be absolutely essential. And the list is tiny, just 850 words. Think about that for a second. Out of the hundreds of thousands of words in the English language, number was chosen as one of the core 850 building blocks. The big question is, why? Let's find out.
All right, let's start with the stuff we all know, right? The familiar territory. We all know number as a noun, a word that names a thing. But even here, it's working a lot harder than you might realize.
Okay, so this is job number one, the one we all learn in school. A number is just a symbol for a quantity. 2, 55, 0. It's simple, it's direct, and it's fundamental to everything from counting your change to doing crazy complex math. This is number in its most basic form.
But wait, look at this. Here, it's doing something totally different. It's still a noun, sure, but it's not specific at all. A number of just means an indefinite amount, kind of like some or a few. It gives us a feel for the quantity without getting precise. That's a second, completely distinct job. And then you've got this. In music or theater, a number is a single piece of a performance, a song, a dance, you name it. This has nothing to do with math. It just goes to show how the word has grown to fill completely different needs. So just as a noun, that's already 3 different meanings.
So, number is a super versatile noun. But guess what? It doesn't stop there. Let's take a look at how it moonlights as a verb, a word of action.
So as a verb, on one hand, it can mean the physical act of, labeling things, numbering baskets, numbering the pages in a book. But on the other hand, it can also mean to add up to a certain amount. When we say that the crowds number in the thousands, we mean their total count is in the thousands. That's 2 more jobs for this one little word.
Okay, let's do a quick recap. We've got 3 noun meanings and 2 verb meanings. That's 5 different jobs already. But hold on, we are not done. The word number has one more trick up its sleeve, a secret identity that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time.
All right, here we go. This is the really surprising part. We're about to meet number, the adjective, a word that, describes something.
Get ready for this. Number is the official comparative form of the adjective numb. I'm not kidding. Just like colder is the comparative of cold, number is the comparative of numb. It literally means more numb.
So yeah, believe it or not, this sentence is 100% grammatically correct. Now, it sounds really weird to us today, but it's a legitimate, if super rarely used, part of the language. This all goes way back to Old English, where a root word meant to seize. So a limb that was seized by the cold became numb, and number was just the standard way to say more numb. Wild, right?
Okay, so now we can circle all the way back to our original question. Why on earth is this word, with all its weird quirks, on that exclusive list of 850 basic English words? Well, I think the answer is finally pretty clear.
I mean, just look at this breakdown. This is wild. One single word can be a noun in 3 different ways, a verb in 2 different ways, and it can even be an adjective that describes how your hand feels. That is some serious linguistic efficiency.
And that right there, that's the whole secret. That's the key. The folks who created Basic English, they weren't just looking for simple words. They were looking for powerful, versatile words. Words that could do a lot of heavy lifting. And number is the perfect example of a compact little tool that can build a huge range of different ideas. So maybe the next time you count something, or you listen to a musical number, or heck, even feel your foot getting a little numb, you'll think about the crazy secret life of the words we use every day. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other simple words out there are just hiding these complex worlds, waiting for us to find them?